And so if I go down here to exit Stadia, when I select it, it tells me your Stadia controller does not work here. Use the device's remote to control your TV. So you can't use your Stadia controller to control your Chromecast with Google TV, which personally I think that's a little crazy. The day has finally come that that kind of didn't make sense. Google Stadia is on the Chromecast with Google TV. As a lot of you may know, the Chromecast with Google TV came out last September, October, and for whatever crazy reason, it was not compatible with the Stadia controller for Stadia gaming. I don't know what genius at Google decided to do this, but hey. Now, I saw some videos online back at the end of last year, you know, that November time frame, where people had found a way to make Stadia run on a Chromecast with Google TV, but it did not do a very good job. Google was supposed to release this update in January. That didn't happen. And here we are now in June when the update has finally came out. I logged into my Chromecast with Google TV yesterday and had a big pop-up of the Stadia app when I went over to apps. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to connect your Stadia controller to your Chromecast with Google TV, and we're going to make sure this thing works. So let's get this powered on, and if you can, click that like button for me, click subscribe, indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch. Now let's get into this video. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but this thing literally has dust on it because I haven't touched it in months. Power on your Chromecast with Google TV, and then once you're on your Chromecast with Google TV, you should be able to go over to apps, and then as you can see, they have a giant Stadia button. Well, giant Stadia app. And so we got our install button, a few app screenshots. Let's click install and let this install on our Chromecast with Google TV. Alright, so now we'll go down to our Stadia app, Stadia, and then we'll pick our account. Alright, now our account is loading in. Now we'll need to connect the controller. So you can use a PlayStation or Xbox, but of course I have the actual Stadia controller. So I click connect controller. Then I select over here on the right is Stadia controller, PlayStation, Xbox, or other. Select Stadia, and it gives me that little command to type in there. Let's do that. Down YAB. And there we go. Now our controller is connected, and I can use this button to back out of this. You see it's working now. Select our A button to continue. And there we are. We are in Stadia. Now I don't know if they've updated this since I last used it. Probably last used this in about March. But this is what it looks like now, which is pretty smooth. I want to try this Resident Evil Biohazard because I love Resident Evil. So we're going to select it. To play, use your phone to refresh it. So I think this is because I set this test account up without using my phone. I literally did it on a computer. So this is telling me to go into my Stadia app, tap my avatar under Friends and Privacy, tap Refresh Access. So let me give that a go. So this is what they're talking about on the Stadia app. Click your avatar, go to Privacy, and then all the way at the bottom is Refresh Access. Alright, and now we'll click Done on this. Alright, now let's try to launch Resident Evil again. Before you play, safety info, yada yada. Sorry about the darkness here, by the way. I wanted to have the best picture from the screen possible. So that's why I cut my lights and stuff. There we go, Capcom. So in about 25 seconds that was, I went from waiting to play to playing. And within a minute of setting up my settings and everything, I have Resident Evil playing on my Chromecast with Google TV. Very nice. I'll say the graphics look really good on Stadia in my opinion. That's just my opinion though. But there we go. That's a pretty simple, straightforward process to setting up Google Stadia on the Chromecast with Google TV. Well, there we go. That's really all I had to do to get my Chromecast with Google TV working seamlessly with my Stadia controller. Now, one thing I will tell you, you can use this controller to like back out of stuff. You see, I got the screen now. What do I want to do? Exit, etc., etc. And so if I go down here to exit Stadia, when I select it, it tells me your Stadia controller does not work here. Use the device's remote to control your TV. So, you can't use your Stadia controller to control your Chromecast with Google TV, which personally, I think that's a little crazy. But outside of that weird feature that you can't use the controller to control your Chromecast with Google TV, I think this process was a million times easier than when I set up Stadia on my Chromecast Ultra 4K. When I set it up on my Chromecast Ultra 4K, I had to have my phone and had to do just so much stuff. With this, I needed to get a trial so I could actually show you this. So I made another account, made me a trial real quick, and then was literally able to come down here, sign into the account, connect the controller, and boom, I was ready to play. Of course, when I made that account, I had added the game, so, you still can't add games from here, which just makes no sense either. A few weird things with Stadia, but I love the idea of it. I don't know how much longer it'll be around, but I'm very glad that they finally brought this to the Chromecast with Google TV because it should have been there in the first place. So hopefully this video has helped you out if you have a Chromecast with Google TV and you're looking to play Stadia on it. As of June 21st, 22nd of 2021, that is when they came out with the update this works with. So once you have that update on your Chromecast with Google TV, which any newer Chromecast with Google TV will get instantly, then these are the couple of steps you'd need to follow just to connect your controller and be playing some games within 30 seconds. So that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you've liked this video and hopefully you're having a great day. If you can, click that like button for me, click subscribe, indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces.